Hey there, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Colorado Conversations. I'm Drew Engelbart. So happy to be joined by Kristen McGrath. She's the senior editor with the Krazy Coupon Lady, which one, I love the name of your guys' publication there. It's fantastic. You got to check out the website. But we know it's back to school season for so many parents out there. You go to any store, and that's what you see when you walk in: notebooks, pencils, whatever it may be. So we're here today to help you save money at home when you go get to those back to school essentials for all the kids out there. Thank you so much, Kristen, for joining us. Let's save people money. What do you say?
Yeah, that sounds great. That's what we do all day, every day at the Krazy Coupon Lady.
I love that. Yeah, we'll talk more about that coming up, because if you haven't checked out the website before, you have to. And it's not just for back to school stuff. I mean, I saw on there today a cordless vacuum, and ours just broke. So I'm like, I need to snip this coupon so we can go get another vacuum. So we'll talk more about that coming up. But back to school essentials. So obviously you're getting those lists from the classrooms, from the teachers. You guys kind of have an idea of where to go, and you call it stacking. Explain exactly what that means for people out there.
So stacking is the Krazy Coupon Lady's special sauce. It's behind everything we do. The idea is you're not just walking in and paying whatever price is on the tag. You are stacking layers of discounts. So that first layer is the sale price. Find something on sale. Second layer, add a coupon. Whether that's a store coupon you find in the app or a manufacturer coupon, you're saving a little bit more. And then store offers and rewards. Think things like Target Circle, Kohl's Cash, any of those rewards programs that you're going to get a little something back on what you spend. And then finally, rebate apps like Ibotta and Fetch, where you can send in your receipt and get a cashback rebate that you can redeem for something else. So that's 4 layers. You don't got to do them all, but if you get 2 of them, you're doing great.
Yeah, we use that Fetch app all the time. In fact, my wife and I just went to Sam's Club this weekend, and we cashed in a $50 coupon that we made just from the Fetch app, which, that's one of the apps out there. I know there's a number of them. You just take a picture of your receipt. That's really all that I have to do.
It's really easy. And then, you just kind of get in the habit of doing it. Sometimes they have bonus offers that you can go after. And, I like to think about it if you're spending maybe a bit more than you would like on back to school. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but then you're getting those cashback rewards that you can redeem for gift cards and use for your holiday spending. So it's all about putting your spending to work.
Yeah, I love that. I love that last tip too. And sometimes, the receipt's just worth 25 points, but hey, it's 25 points, and it
all adds up.
Yeah, it's something that you weren't going to get if you didn't upload the receipt. So we do that each and every time that we go out to dinner, go to store, and it's something that you can learn on that KrazyCouponLady.com website as well. All right, the next tip was know what prices to pounce on, and what you mean by that is I walked in. I mentioned we went to Sam's Club, we went to Walmart right before to start looking at back to school stuff, and you see the notebooks, the pencils, and everything right out front. Obviously, there's going to be the more expensive items. So what do you think that we should get on right away, like as in yesterday?
So it's the little things that you should be looking at now if you're not already. So those necessities that are on every supply list, think colored pencils, markers, crayons, erasers, pencils, all those things. And you can find those things for as low as 25 cents. If you go brand name, as low as 50 cents. So if you're in that window for a lot of those basics, that's the price you should look at. And they're not going to go down, if at all, if any. And the only thing that's going to go down is the selection. So now's the time to get those notebooks and folders and those required colors and be done with it.
Yeah, I remember growing up, I had to get the Denver Broncos pencil every year. And if they were out of it, they were out of it. So you got to get on it while you can. Like you said, they probably won't go down. My wife does too each and every year is after the school year, the kids bring home their backpack full of what they didn't use. And we set that aside each and every year because you might find 10 pencils that they didn't even touch. And I'm not going to go buy some more pencils. But again, you talk about those brand names, pencils, markers, things like that. Is it smart to go with the brand names for the smaller ticket items, the ones that only maybe cost 50 cents to $1?
Yeah, for certain things, they're going to last you longer and be more effective for your student if you go brand name. So think Crayola crayons. I mean, we're seeing those for as low as 50 cents. I mean, you can get an off-brand for 25 cents, but you might as well pay the 50. Fiskars scissors, they actually work. And then another thing is those pencils. You don't want something that's going to be ground down super fast. You're going to have to go buy different ones. get the brand name. Go Ticonderoga or a brand name.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy scissors that don't cut, you're going back to the store, or
For
we're having
sure.
some issues there with your kid at school. That breaks my heart thinking about them sitting there trying to cut and it's not
Right.
working.
And especially if you're donating to your kid's classroom, you want to donate something that's a little higher quality. So yeah, it can pay to it can be a good thing to go brand name, especially when prices are so low right now. You might as well.
so if
For
there are
sure.
people out there saying, kids don't start for another 3 weeks. I have 3 more weeks of summer. Well, that's when you're going to start to see maybe the supply go down. Do they raise the prices? I mean, is this really the time?
Right. It really is the time. And another thing that people don't factor in is you might have that last minute panic that's going to get you to overspend. You're not thinking logically and strategically anymore. You need that stuff in 2 days and you're going to go out and you're going to get it and you might end up paying too much. So starting early gives you multiple rounds to save. Stores like Target and even your local grocery store will have weekly ads where different things are on sale. So, oh, the backpacks are on sale. I'm going to get a backpack. The lunch boxes are on sale that my kid wants. I'm going to get that this week so that you're giving yourself multiple chances to save instead of making one mad dash at the last second.
Well, and again on crazycouponlady.com, that we're going to talk more about here coming up, not just for back to school shopping, but really getting anything. Really does the work for you. So I know you guys kind of have your finger on the pulse, if you will. Is there maybe stores that you're seeing cheaper things at? I mean, to mention, our middle schooler going into middle school for the first year this year, we have to get a Chromebook for them, and that's part of the school supply list. So that's one of the bigger ticket items. Are we seeing maybe one store or another, or does it really depend on the item?
Yeah, tech is a big ticket item and things might be more expensive. You might start getting sticker shock, whether it's a tablet or those graphing calculators that high schoolers have to
Hmm.
get. So all in all, you can probably get a decent Chromebook for under the $200 mark. If you shop the sales, if you need something a little higher powered, your results may vary. But what I suggest doing is checking Walmart, Target, Best Buy, seeing if one has a better deal. You can also go straight to the brands. For example, HP, Dell, Lenovo, and Apple all have education discounts that you can get if you verify your student status.
Okay.
Those discounts range from start at like 10%. So you might as well. And then the other thing with tech is if you're coming up empty, you're really on a budget, look for refurbished. Amazon and Best Buy both do certified refurbished, and that might bring something that you want or that your kid wants into your price range.
I was going to ask you about refurbished because we consider that too. And, my wife has an old Chromebook, but of course they want a new one. They want, one that,
Sure.
is their color or one that they picked out. But
Yeah.
are these refurbished? You mentioned the brands. They put their name behind it too. So what does it mean to see refurbished? Is it like new? Is it almost as good as new?
Yeah, so Amazon and Best Buy will both classify what how they're defining that refurbished item. So is it basically new or is it slightly used? And they do have guarantees that they've inspected the item, that it's working, and they have protections and a return policy as well, which you're not going to get if you just, go buy from some stranger. So you do
Hmm.
have a bit of protection in there. If you get it, you open it, it doesn't work, you have a return policy.
Great. I mean, that's a good option because you mentioned sometime the technology just getting more and more expensive. And if you have multiple kids in multiple different grades, you're
Oh
talking a
yeah.
pretty hefty price tag there. All right, we're just getting started here on this episode of Colorado Conversations. We're talking with Kristen McGrath with the crazycouponlady.com to save you money on back to school shopping. We'll be right back after this, so stay with us. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Colorado Conversations. I'm Drew Engelbart, joined by Kristen McGrath. She's with the crazycouponlady.com, and there's a K in the crazy because I want you to go to their website and check it out because, again, we're talking back to school shopping. We can help you try to save money. We've done the reports, if you watch Fox 31 Morning News, for weeks, I feel like, on how much more it is this year, just pretty much everything. So we want to help people save some money. When we go to the website, again, I saw this coupon for the vacuum. What does your website do? How can people get involved? Kind of break it down for everyone because it really will help you save money.
Our mission at the Crazy Coupon Lady is just to make sure you're not paying full price. So we scout sales prices and we scout coupons and we show you how you can combine them easily so that you can save without having to do all the research yourself. So if we find, say, a vacuum or paper towels or school supplies on sale, we'll also tell you which coupons you need to apply to get the lowest price and how you can combine them. We even factor in store rewards for you and Ibotta offers so that it's all just a one-stop shop. And like one really cool thing in our app, we have this feature we call One Clip, where with just one tap, you can add all the coupons you need to buy something and it will send it to your store account for certain stores. So I did it with Target today. I wanted
Wow.
some laundry detergent. I saw there were 3 coupons I had to use. I hit the one tap, it went to my Target account, and now all I've got to do is put in my number at checkout. So we really try to make it as easy as possible because we know hunting down those coupons on your own can be hard.
That's amazing. I mean, you're doing all the work for us, which is awesome. What do I have to do? Do I have to pay you guys money? How does this work?
It's completely free. It's completely free for our users. So we have the free app, and that is what I would suggest because that's going to have all one clip and all the technology behind it so that you can clip coupons as easily as possible. We also have a website where you can find deals. So yeah, it's completely free to use, and you're just going to save money.
I love that. I've got to know too. You're the senior editor there, but is there a story behind the name? Because we all know that crazy coupon lady, and it used to be my mother cutting them out of the newspaper. But where did the name come from? I love it.
Yeah, our founders are kind of we're crazy coupons and our crazy coupon ladies themselves. That's their roots, kind of playing on that stereotype of that crazy couponer where, there used to have to walk into store with a binder with all the coupons and be using them at checkout. And whoever was behind you in line was either amazed or annoyed at this crazy coupon lady in front of them. We all have a crazy coupon lady in our life. And with our app, I mean, that app now is basically what that binder used to be. You're not walking into the store with this crazy binder anymore. You're walking in with your phone.
That's amazing. Again, you guys are doing all the work there, and I figured that's where the name came from because we all do know a crazy coupon lady. But I love the fact that with technology now, you can kind of do the work for us. Is it safe to say that pretty much on any item, everyday item, maybe again a vacuum breaks or something like that, that you can find some sort of deal or discount? It's just about finding it, searching for it.
Yes, with a lot of items, you can find discounts and coupons. And for some personal care items, think deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrushes. I mean, when you factor in those coupons and the store rewards offers and rebates on top of it, those are technically free. And we show you how to do all that too. So there are certain things you should never, pay full price for, and certain things that if you check our site, you can actually get for free.
I love that. And, we were talking about Fetch earlier. Ibotta is a company based right here in Denver in Colorado. Even if you are paying full price for a meal for you and the family or the vacuum that you had to have that one and it wasn't on sale, you can still get some of those rebates that come rolling in. And I think it does a great job. If you go onto the website, it has, a section, the ultimate beginner's guide for couponing on the Crazy Coupon Lady website, where it helps you break it all down. How do I coupon? Where do I find coupons? A toolkit. You use the rebate apps. It's really, really interesting, and they do a great job breaking it down for you. All right, we've got one more segment coming up here on Colorado Conversations. We're going to get back to that back-to-school shopping, saving you money. Drew Engelbart here with Kristen McGrath. She is the senior editor at thecrazycouponlady.com. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Colorado Conversations. I'm Drew Engelbart, and today we're saving you money. If you've got kids out there, you know it is almost time to go back to school. So we are live here with Kristen McGrath. She is with thecrazycouponlady.com. They've got all the savings that you need to know. And I think, Kristen, a lot of parents are very happy that school's about to start again. I know my household is. Get them busy and out of the house again. But we know it's also expensive. If you've been watching the FOX31 morning news or any studies around the country showing that everyday items are just adding up. So let's go back. If you missed it here in our first segment, we talked about maybe the number one thing you should do is stack. Explain that again to our viewers.
So stacking is adding multiple layers of savings onto one item or your entire cart so that you are paying less than full price, sometimes much less. So yeah, ideally you're going to start with something on sale. That's the first level. You're going to add coupons. That's the second level. You're going to add store rewards and offers that's specific to the store you're shopping at. That's the third level. And then those rebate apps like Ibotta and Fetch are the cherry on top.
Yeah, we love that. And again, we do that. You don't have to do it for back to school shopping, the Fetch, the Ibotta. You should do that every time you go to a store because even if it's just 25 points, for example, on the Fetch app, they do eventually add up. Or we just got a $50 gift card to Sam's Club that we used the other day. So it's important to do that. If you're watching this, it's early August. The time to go was probably yesterday, right? It's time. You just don't want things to run out either.
Exactly. We've been seeing too towards the end, towards the bitter end there, things aren't getting restocked as fast. And then suddenly you're having to make multiple trips. You're starting to get stressed out. So there's still time. There's still great deals, but leave yourself as much time as possible and start now.
Yeah, and if you think, well, I'll wait until they go on sale, that may not necessarily be the case. I think you might be getting the best price now. And then again, for the folks at home that think, well, we don't necessarily need the Crayola brand, or we don't need that brand of scissors that has the name brand on it. You guys recommend that you probably do go for the name brand just because you get what you pay for, and they're not the big ticket items, right?
Right. And you want those things that your kids are going to use every day, those pencils, those scissors, those crayons, those things that you're donating to your child's classroom too. You want them to actually work. And you mentioned people saying, "Oh, I'll just wait till it goes on sale at the last minute." I think that is really important because we have been trained to shop things on clearance. But the other side of the clearance coin is that the thing you need may not be in stock. So I think
Hmm.
clearance is a very smart thing to do. Get what you need and then go back for a final round last minute right after school starts and get certain things on sale that you can use if your kid loses them or stash them for next year.
That's a good idea, too. We mentioned that earlier. That's what my wife does. Kids bring their backpacks home with everything they didn't use, and we're like, well, we're not buying another pack of
Okay.
Crayolas because you didn't even open the box.
Right?
So let's use it again next year. I think that's smart for parents out there. And I think that's a great example. We talked about just scissors earlier. If you go for maybe some cheap scissors, they might not even cut. And then you've got your kid in class that can't do their project because they can't cut through it, which maybe you can compare it to when you go over to someone's house and they have that toilet paper brand that doesn't have a name on it, and it's thinking, oh man, we couldn't spend a little bit extra for the Charmin. I think we can all understand how that goes. All right, again, this is Kristen McGrath. She is with the crazycouponlady.com. They're here to help us with our back to school shopping and really everything else that you need. Again, if you go to their website, it's Krazy with a K. And how can people get involved, Kristen? Because you guys will help them out each and every day.
Right. Yeah. The first step is getting our free app. You can actually link your other store rewards accounts with us so that when you clip coupons, they go straight to your other store accounts. It's really a one-stop shop. Makes things so easy just to walk in the store with your phone or check out online. A lot of times you can get free shipping. You can buy everything you need, add to your cart, add those coupons right in the app and online, and not even have to go into the back to school aisle at all.
Love that. You guys essentially did the work for us, sitting there clipping out the coupons. You used to have to do from the newspaper or go to the grocery store, that binder full. You guys did all the work for us. So I know I'll be using you. I know I'm looking at that cordless vacuum that you guys had a coupon right there for, right there on the front page of the website. I'm going to be visiting it again, once again, later on today. Kristen McGrath, senior editor there at the crazycouponlady.com. Thank you so much for helping out our families here in Colorado get some deals on their back to school shopping. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.